Hey, what's up, y'all? It's popping this D. About to react to another TikTok discussion vid. This is what are some things that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized within society. Child, that we have all day. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. The one that pops into my head that's the most common is if you're a woman and you sleep with more than 2.5 niggas in your lifetime, you'll help. Like, that shit is so fucking tired. I'm surprised it's still alive and well. It's so common. And you have even other women who slut shame women. It's just sick. If you are a woman slut shaming other women, you are a disgrace. You are a part of the problem, and you are keeping us behind. And you salty because you ain't getting no dick. That's what it really comes down to. Anyway, let's see these things that are blatantly sexist. Let's watch.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized with?
I've tried numerous times and asked numerous doctors if I can have my tubes tied because I do not want children. My husband and I do not want children. They want to have a meeting with both me and my husband. They tell me I'll probably change my mind, that I'm too young, or that I need to wait until I have at least one child, even though I don't want any. But my husband can make one phone call and set up an appointment just like that.
So what are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist but are so normal?
When anything happens to a woman, be it a crime or an accident, they're almost always referred to as a wife and a mother first on a news broadcast. Mother of 2 dies in a tragic accident. Wife and mother injured in an attack. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with being a wife and a mother. I myself am a wife. But the fact that she is referred to by not her name first, but by her relationship to others is kind of messed up. And there is a difference when men are mentioned. It's almost always local man Dale Smith tragically dies in an accident.
I don't watch
and
the
then
news.
later
I
on
can't
they might
confirm
mention
or
that he
deny
was a
this.
husband and a father. But it's almost never father of 2 dies in a tragic accident. It's almost always mother. Almost always wife. And the way I see it is that I was Amanda way before I was anyone's wife. I'm not just my husband's wife. I am me first.
Okay, so what are some
Girl, stop
things
watching
you've
the
noticed
news.
that are blatantly sexist but are so...
The way we expect the girls to be polite versus the way we expect men to be polite. So many of us girls, I'm sure, myself included, were conditioned to apologize for things like bumping into someone or accidentally knocking over something. We were overly told to be polite. But men were really never ever conditioned to that. And even so, we are not used to men apologizing so much that we actually critique the way they apologize. And then just think about the way many of us try to problem solve. Women want to work out the issue. Oftentimes men do not because they're not required to work out the issue. The way we literally are so polite, it's actually a danger to us. One of the most famous known serial killers who killed women, I won't name their name, but I'll put it up there, literally said women are so afraid of being impolite, they will get into a car with a stranger to seem polite, and that is often their downfall. He literally picked women because they were so impolite.
What are some things you...
And to add to that, I get told to smile all the time, and it's so annoying. That's something that is very common. You not telling niggas to smile who are walking up and down this goddamn street mugging, but I gotta smile because I got a vagina. Fuck you, and I don't even know you. Why am I smiling at you? Stop telling me to smile. Oh, I hate that. It's so common. I get it all the time, and I mug them even harder. And I will stare you in your eyes and mug you until you're uncomfortable and you're going about your business. Because fuck you.
Notice that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized.
How easily we accept alcoholism in women to the point that we make light of it. I am directly referencing wine moms. And, it's a thing that we label as local or basic.
I wasn't paying attention. What did she say?
But when you really look at the whole
I have this
thing
really
that we
bad.
label as local.
What is the topic? How easily accept Wait, what?
Oh, it's a thing that we label as local or basic or chuggy. But when you really look at the whole scenario, a lot of these women are married to a literal man-child, and they are so dissatisfied with their life that they need to escape reality every night.
Okay, girl, I don't know, but
these women are just run ragged.
They like the liquor. They want the Casamigos. Let's not say that it's because they with a nigga who ain't shit.
They have kids too, which is just additional endless labor. And there's just no available support system for these women, so they turn to alcohol, and then it becomes a joke. And nobody is raising the red flags like they would for a dad who relies on alcohol to get through things. And it's just really sad because women and moms deserve better.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist but are so normalized?
Fathers walking their daughters down the aisle. and then they'll like hand them off to the husband, and they'll even shake hands as if it's a fucking trade deal. What is up with that whole tradition? It seems like a property exchange. And
Don't
also,
get married.
Where's the mom?
The
who,
whole...
if we're being real, probably did most of the work in raising the daughter.
The whole...
There's some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist.
The whole
idea. So normalized.
Okay,
the whole idea of marriage is flawed anyway.
So the other
just
day
don't
was
get
at a
married.
family barbecue, right? So it was me, my man, his brother, friends, and we're just enjoying ourselves, all the fixins, great time, wonderful food. And then about halfway through the barbecue, my man's brother notices that his dad hasn't come out of whatever his little hobby room and doing his things, and decides, well, we should probably make a plate for dad. Now, mind you, there are 6 of us, 6 adults, sitting around the table. I'm the only one with a uterus. His brother thinks it's appropriate to look at me and be like, hey, Jen. My response, just because I'm the only one with a uterus doesn't mean I should be the person you are asking to do the task. Yeah. Dead silence. No response.
Okay, so what are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist, but are...
Yeah, I got this one. So traditionally when you get married, the woman usually stands on the left side, right? When I was getting married, I found this out, and I was like, I don't like that so much because they're taking pictures of my left side, and I don't really like that profile. So I began looking it up because I was trying to argue that I should not stand on the left side. Come to find out, it's because the man needs his right hand free in case somebody comes and captures the bride. Like men just stealing women. Kind of weird.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist, but are so normalized?
Oh my goodness, drinking. Let's talk about how every single time I go to the bar and I order a whiskey on the rocks, every guy will turn around and be like, really? You like whiskey? Like, where does it say that girls are only allowed to drink wine or like sangrias? And that if she's someone that likes whiskey or hard liquor or beer, she's trying to be something that she's not. Suddenly you're a pick-me girl just for wanting a beer. And even roles reverse. Why are guys not allowed to order fruity drinks or want to have sangrias? Why does that make them less of a man? Like, how have we managed to even make something as simple as drinks like someone's identity?
She's really cute.
I go out and order a sangria, no problemo. I go out and order a beer, oh, you're just trying to get someone's attention. Like, how can I not have my favorite drink?
Also, sorry, I know this ain't got shit to do with shit, but my highlights are more in line with how hers look. On camera, you can't tell because the lighting in here is so trash, and then I color correct so that y'all can kind of see some of my color sometimes when this light is trash. So it makes my highlights look kind of orangish, but they are not at all. They're blonde, like brown in real life. Just throwing it out there. Because I've had some people DM me like, oh, if you want to get rid of the orange, you could do that. Nigga, they not orange in real life, all right? I got pictures I could show, whatever. No, if you follow me on IG, you probably saw it.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist?
Oh, I only posted them on my story.
Okay, I feel like I have to bring this up because I've seen it all over TikTok. Why is it that when a woman decides to propose to a man, she is so looked down upon by society? It's so normalized for men to get down on one knee and propose, but whenever a woman does it, it's like, oh my god, why would you do that to yourself? And before you tell me this doesn't exist, I have seen it with my own 2 eyes on TikTok.
I kind of agree with this.
Where these women have proposed to their significant other and gotten down on one knee.
I'm not doing that.
The comments are literally
I'm
like,
not fucking doing that. Fuck out of here.
Walk the entire ocean. Like, why, Karen? Why would you walk the entire ocean?
Why I gotta be Karen?
I didn't know that proposals were a thing that were copyrighted by men. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna speak on that at the end. I'm sorry.
It just boggles my mind that the people that are putting these women down are other women.
See, I wouldn't. Okay, I agree with that, sis. Because yeah, women do put other women down a lot, and I agree that should not be the case. And I would never put down a woman for doing that directly. And like my friend did, I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm definitely not gonna be on nobody's fucking social media talking shit because I have a life. So I would never direct this at anybody in particular, but just speaking in general terms, I would rather paint a house with nail polish before I propose to a man, because fuck out of here. Again, I'm gonna talk about it at the end a little more.
Choose to uplift other women and support them in the decisions they choose to make.
Okay, so what are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist, but are
Y'all are gonna hate me for this one, but the traditional wedding ceremony.
About marriage.
Look, I'm not here to crush your dreams. Honestly, I'll probably still have a traditional wedding ceremony. But here are some of the roots.
Be happy to know that the white wedding dress actually has nothing to do with purity. Queen Victoria popularized that shoes in 1840.
However,
after the fact,
last name.
What are some things you've noticed that are blatantly sexist?
Aside from every other product that has ever come into existence, notice how female deodorant usually doesn't do the trick. Your armpits might smell good, maybe for a couple minutes. Then you try men's deodorant, it works perfectly, stays on for a day. You don't smell as bad. Why is a product to mask our odor different for men and women? Shouldn't we all have the same deodorant? I already know Joe Schmo is gonna come on here and be like, well, it smells different. The male deodorant smells manly. Okay, Joe.
I think it has to do with their skin as well. I feel like their skin is harder and it could take...
Riddle me this. Razors,
more harsh ingredients.
Same deal. No reason why there should be any distinction between female and male razors.
But I'm gonna head out. But sis, my deodorant works fine. So I don't know what's happening with your armpits. You know, everybody's different, you know, no shade. But I've never had an issue with the deodorant I use. And I've used many brands, Secret, Degree, Dove. They all seem to work fine. So maybe you should just try different ones out. I don't know. Oh, the whole marriage thing. So I am also surprised that nobody mentioned that it's super sexist how, you know, women are deemed as being less than if they don't have kids and if they're not married. But they brought up the whole marriage thing quite a bit. And I do feel like women should not propose to men, only because it comes across as you're so desperate to be married that you're like, oh my god, you're taking too long, let me just do it myself, let me propose to you. I don't really like that. I'm sorry. I do actually believe in gender roles to a certain degree, and when it comes to that, I just don't feel like you should be getting down on your goddamn knees to propose to no man. If he hasn't done it himself, I just feel like he probably doesn't want to, or maybe he's waiting for, you know, that realization or something. I don't know, because it's so normalized in our society for the men to do that. So it's odd when you do it as a woman. I'm sorry. That's just my personal opinion. I would never shame anybody for doing that. But why? why would you do that? It's okay if you don't get married. It's not the end of the world. It's okay if it takes a bit longer for him to propose. You'll be alright. I just don't feel like you need to be getting your knees ashy to propose to somebody crusty ass son. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But do what you want. Propose all day, I guess. This was kind of flawed. I wish they brought up more important, you know, topics. But I guess it was alright. I agree with some of it. Y'all let me know what y'all thought though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.